There's a lot of talk lately about King Harris's girlfriend, Big Nana, and her controlling behavior towards him. Sources say that for months now, she has been emotionally manipulating King, and things are starting to get complicated in T.I. and Tiny's home. People are even suggesting that Big Nana is using her pregnancy to secure a place in the family and access to their wealth. Some are calling it baby trapping, claiming that she's more interested in money than in love. T.I., however, isn't fooled. He's been through enough in life to recognize when something isn't genuine. He's made it clear that he won't let Big Nana take control of the family or get involved with their financial matters. T.I. has already told King that he won't be financially supporting Big Nana or the baby, which means King will have to step up and take full responsibility for his new family. It's a tough situation for King, but his father is firm in his stance. Many people assumed that T.I. and Tiny, as grandparents, were beginning to relax and enjoy their new roles. T.I.'s son, Man, recently became a father, and Tiny's daughter, Zoni, gave birth to a girl in 2020. Now, King Harris is also becoming a father. T.I. even revealed in an interview with Hot 107.9 that he and Tiny were expecting another grandchild. However, even though he joked about raising the kids to torment Harris, it was clear that T.I. was concerned about the huge responsibility King was about to face as a parent. Having children start their own families is a big moment for any parent, and it seems that T.I. and Tiny are still coming to terms with how much things are changing. T.I.'s feelings are understandable. He knows how much responsibility and effort it takes to raise a child, and it's clear he's worried about what it will mean for King. In the midst of all this, T.I.'s focus remains on keeping the family dynamics in order, ensuring that Big Nana doesn't take advantage of the situation. It's clear that T.I. will do whatever it takes to protect his family and make sure that King steps up to his responsibilities, even though the situation has become incredibly messy.
My son on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm going to make this the greatest gangster of all time. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young...
T.I. was upset when he found out that King Harris's girlfriend was much older than him. He warned King to be cautious, thinking she was more interested in his money than in having a genuine relationship. T.I. believes she wasn't sincere and was only after financial gain. Their father-son relationship hasn't been the best, so it wasn't surprising when T.I. openly disapproved of King's choices. A few months ago, King streamed a game live on Instagram, which gave viewers a glimpse into their complicated relationship. As King kept arguing and raising his voice, T.I. stepped in and said, "I stand on the business." He also told King that his tough attitude and gangster-like behavior were embarrassing to him and the family, which only made the situation more tense between them. The conflict seemed to be growing, making their already strained relationship even more difficult.
You can't lose it. I know you. Ain't no mystery about it. I know you don't. I know you don't. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. You are embarrassing yourself and your family. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. What is she talking about? Well, you can't do nothing with me. Shit you can do.
After a heated argument, T.I. put King in a headlock to show him who was in charge and to remind him that he should show respect when T.I. was around. Following this physical confrontation during the game, King reportedly accused T.I. of abusing him and abandoning him in a poor neighborhood. King had been trying to present himself as a struggling young man from the streets, similar to many rappers. However, fans quickly pointed out that he is T.I.'s son, lives in a mansion in a gated community, and has wealthy parents. As King's story began to unfold, it was revealed that his grandmother, who lived in a neighborhood, had raised him. Despite growing up in the hood, King's parents were financially stable and made sure he had everything he needed. He admitted in a video that his relationship with T.I. was mostly tied to filming for the show *Family Hustle*. He would only visit T.I. when they were preparing for an episode and would leave as soon as the cameras stopped rolling. This made it clear that his connection to T.I. and Tiny was largely for the public eye and not based on a true family bond.
And man, it's a lot about that TV show, man, that got people confused. Because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like the weekend and say, hey, we shoot today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, right back.
It appears that none of T.I.'s children live with him full-time, and they only spend time with him when the family is filming for the TV show. This suggests that King wasn't the only one who felt neglected. Zeke, for example, was reportedly raised by Tiny's mother. According to Zeke, Tiny and T.I. often traveled and did everything together, leaving little time for the children to have a stable, consistent family presence. This lack of stability has created emotional challenges and left a lasting impact on their relationships with their parents.
Okay, so I would say what hurt me would be like, I honestly like my mom being like with Tip all the time.
Damn.
Like,
Time stamp that.
not
I
times
got
that,
you.
that I
I
feel like
got you.
even now and today, like that's how it is. Like they're just tied to me. But now I'm grown, so it's like I can't really. But it's like they rather go places with each other. So anytime he gotta go, she gotta go, she gotta go, he go. It's just like.
It's surprising to see someone with so much wealth neglect their children. Even though T.I. wasn't always around, he still tried to guide and provide opportunities for his son, King. Harris. Sources close to T.I. say that he warned King about his girlfriend, Big Nana, telling him that she wasn't interested in love, but rather in money. T.I. pointed out that she only wanted to be with King for financial gain, and that her intentions were not genuine. A few months later, Big Nana got pregnant, and some say she believed that having King's child would make her famous and provide her with a significant settlement from his wealthy family. According to people close to King, Big Nana started emotionally manipulating him, convincing him that his parents were his true obstacles to success. She tried to turn him against T.I. and Tiny, influencing his decisions in ways that T.I. did not appreciate. T.I. has publicly accused Big Nana of using his son to get what she wanted, especially because she was older and more experienced in life, while King was still learning and making mistakes. T.I. believed that King had made a poor choice in dating someone much older, but he still tried to offer him guidance. T.I. also made it very clear to Big Nana that she would never be able to use deceit to access the family's wealth. He told her that King would be financially responsible for her and the baby, but T.I. would not be contributing. T.I. emphasized that if Big Nana was serious about a future with his son, they needed to have an honest conversation without any outside manipulation. This situation stirred up a lot of opinions from fans, some of whom said that T.I. was simply trying to keep King from making the same mistakes he did and getting into trouble like T.I. had in the past. Even with the best intentions, children can still make bad decisions. King, now 20, seems to have chosen a life that T.I. might not approve of, involving himself with a lifestyle that he thinks will teach him the real consequences of life, especially when it comes to money and responsibility. At 20, King is no longer under his father's control or protection. He will now have to figure out how to raise a child without the financial safety net that T.I.'s wealth provided. This situation brings up a lot of questions about responsibility, choices, and what it means to be a parent. Some wonder if T.I. is simply exaggerating the risks or if his concerns are valid. Regardless, King will have to learn from his choices and figure out what comes next on his own. What do you think about T.I.'s approach? Do you think he's right to intervene, or should King be left to figure it out for himself? Share your thoughts below and make sure to watch the next video to hear more updates.